Hey everybody, Ethan here, and you're on my side of the room. Today I want to follow up on a prior video. I talked about tone and how we bass people need to think about our tone, especially when we're posting to things like YouTube. Well, normally I use my Joyo Momix, and this is a good time to say, not sponsored. This honestly is a homemade shirt, if you don't know. I don't know if I've ever said in a prior video that this is homemade on the Cricut. So Joyo has absolutely nothing to do with this. I bought this with my own money. I made this with my own money, so see the trend? Well, as I've said millions of times about this device, whether on camera or not, this does not shape tone. This is just strictly just, well, we'll say a recording mixer. You know, it's just a quickie in a pinch mixing situation, which worked out great the other day when I had somebody over to record sax with me. We plugged into this to kind of just mess around with playing some music before actually recording. So I can't recommend this enough in terms of just quick and dirty. If you just want to plug into stuff and hear yourself, then yeah, totally. But what are you going to do about your tone? Well, what I've been doing, and you can't see it because it's always off camera. Let's see if I can change that today. There it is. Finally getting some airtime. There's my Hardkey 500 watt amp. Again, not sponsored. Paid for with my own money. Everything you see here, I paid for with my own money. Keep the trend going here. Okay. All right, well, the thing with this is that then I had to run cables all the way to my desk, blah, 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 blah. And then the knobs are over there, and my stuff is over here. And again, this doesn't shape tone, so all I can do is do just the volume. And then your bass knobs only do so much, namely volume and tone, but not to the extent that like your amp is capable of doing or a mixing board is capable of doing. So what's the answer? Well, once again, not sponsored, and it's in the title of the video, I'm sure. How about this? Now, there's a channel called Joe Bass, where this guy just constantly, he doesn't review pedals so much as he plays some kind of bass pattern while his wife or girlfriend or whatever messes around with the dials. And I'm not set up for that. It's just me against the world here in my bubble world. So I'm not going to really be able to do all that dial-y stuff. So what I am going to do, I don't normally do this, but I think it's justified in this instance. In the description, I'm going to put a link to Joe Bass because he reviewed this. In that, he did, you know, the thing where his girlfriend does, or wife, or whoever she is, does this with the knobs while he keeps playing a repetitive bass pattern. So, like all electronic devices, I can tell you reviews are kind of mixed, but it finally put me over, like this was under 40 bucks. And it is to ask, how is this different than this? Well, because you see you got the 1/4 inch and you got the XLR out option. So what's this getting you that this doesn't? Well, this is just 1/4 inch in, XLR out, ground lift and attenuation, and that's it. So again, it's not going to shape tone. It's just a way to go from unbalanced to balanced. That's really all this is for. So the thing that's nice about this, we can get this to focus in, is you've got knobs for, you got the bass, you got the treble, you got drive for overdrive sort of. Volume really needs to be just plain old cranked. So that's one of the knocks on it that I saw in the Amazon reviews is, oh my God, where's the volume? Well, the volume is, you max it, and then if you really need, you can turn the drive knob and boost it a bit. But you know where your volume is also, it's right here. So if you need to do your volume, then do some right here, and then bam, between the two of these, you can hear yourself. I think what Caline or Caline or whoever these guys are did is they were trying to go for I'm willing to bet, or at least I'm excusing bad electronics here. I think they went for unity gain. What's unity gain? Well, glad you asked. When you're going into this and coming out of this, and this is off, when you hit this, volume level wise, it should stay the same, unless you're doing something funky with the volume, like you've turned the volume knob way down and you're cutting it. But what you're ideally going for with pedals is what's called unity gain, where your volume stays consistent whether your pedals are on or off. So what shouldn't be happening is as an example, as a guitar player, you'd be playing some jangly something or other, and then you hit the overdrive and then wham, like it's way, way, way louder. Now, maybe that's what you wanted. Maybe that's the kind of band you're in and the kind of music you play. It's up to you. But depending on what you're doing, you may want consistent volume. And so that's what they are going for with unity gain. That if you hit the pedal, I'm stomping on the floor, stepping on my non-existent pedal down there. But you step on your pedal, nothing volume-wise doesn't change, just the effect of what's happening. Like suddenly it's flangey, or it's chorusy, or it's drivey, or whatever. So what I'm going to do now that I've kind of talked a bit about this, again, Joe Bass is going to be our guy in the description to really show this off, but I'll play a little bit into the phone through this and the Joyo, so you can hear something, because, I mean, you're here, right? I'm just going to tell you right now, it's just going to be random noodling. I'm not going to do anything particularly awesome. What I want to show you is what it sounds like with the pedal off, and then I'll turn it on, and then you can hear how it sounds on. And then I'll have my final thoughts on it when I'm done. All right, so that was the noodling. What I like about this is the convenience. It's right over my shoulder here on the desk. And if I do want to dick around with the knobs, they're right there. My amp is way over there. And depending on what I'm doing and whatever, it's just, I don't really want to futz with it. I just want to kind of set it and forget it. That's just the kind of person I am. But I'm still kind of in that zone of trying to explore my actual tone and trying to explore different sounds out of the bass. So I don't want to just be thuddy, and I don't want to be plucky necessarily all the time. So this is a neat way and very convenient, he says grabbing the unit again, to just kind of tweak the knobs and try a harmonics and see what that does for you. What harmonics seems to do, by the way, is kind of add air to this. And if you want that, so you're going for a really plucky tone, and you're going to have, well, as it suggests, like harmonics. Like maybe you're going to do like tap harmonics on your bass for some reason. That's part of it. But it's more like an airy sound to it. And then if you cut it, then of course it's just more congested, I guess is the best way I can put it. There's a mix knob, which is nice, because if you back it all the way off, then this might as well just not even be on, because it's just strictly your bass tone, and all this is getting ignored. And then if you go all the way, then now your bass knobs mean nothing, because this is completely your sound. So what I'm kind of finding works is about this either at noon or 1 o'clock. And then that way you get kind of a blend of your raw bass and then this thing. Volume cranked. It's just the way it is. Been kind of messing around with the bass and treble knobs to kind of get a feel for like what I like and what I want. I tend to favor, like, let's say this, like turning the bass up and then cutting the treble. But again, that can get a bit one-dimensional, I guess is the best way to put it. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Have you seen this around? Have you been curious about it? Would you buy such a thing? Have you bought such a thing? Let me know. Let us know. Because if you tell me, you tell us. And keep the ideas flowing around here. At any rate, keep learning, keep playing, and I'll catch you in the next video.